Okay, so let's take a moment to talk about self-righteousness. He said, oh, now, nigga, you think you're a preacher. No, you think you are. Any last one of you who delivers a message thinks you are some kind of preacher because you offer testimony as to your life experiences. And then when you get up there in that pulpit, you either quote from the Bible, or you quote from the Quran, or you quote from the Torah, or you quote from something, and you say that this is what the Word of God means. And there is no benchmark to question you. Just like even if you are, what do you call them? What do they call them? They call them the shamans. Yeah. Of Native American culture. You sit there and you quote that shit too. Because you're taught by somebody. Somebody has taught you something. But at the same time, who taught you? Normally it's somebody who actually knew some shit. But now you can go on the internet and get a license and then write some shit. And then call yourself a teacher. And you do all that shit even as you sit there and say, you know, Jesus. Now, I only have one job to do. And that's to sit there and tell you how much you don't know Jesus. People who know Jesus or have a fleeting association with Jesus or out there looking for Jesus or attribute their gifts to Jesus. You don't. I don't know you. I am tired. I told my father, I said, why do you have me talking to these people? He said, first off, I need you to survey them. Which I did. I surveyed. I surveyed the family. I already knew. I told you. When my mother passed, when she took her last breath, I was out with my family. They said, you left your family. No, I didn't. My family left me. But they left me with some money. Yeah. Was I worried about the fact that my brother was trying to give me that house? He was trying to get me in cahoots with him. Because I already knew Chrome was going to sue him for that money, for that house. Because she wanted her portion. In fact, I already knew she was coming back. And see, he didn't know how my gifts worked. None of my family knew how my gifts worked. They think that they have done themselves a favor by disenfranchising themselves from me. No, all you did was solidify your effect with me. That means Miss Carla can't come back. Miss Jennifer can't come back. Miss Tony can't come back. That means nobody in the black pen line can come back. Pretty much nobody in the Lawson line, as far as I'm concerned, can come back. Because I ain't thinking about none of them motherfuckers, because they all sided with my family and straight up craziness, including the Sloggers. Jackie, her bloodline, trashed. Their association with me is gone. Because see, I'm not a forgiven soul. Because see, Jesus was a forgiven soul. I'm not the Jesus in the first coming. I'm the Jesus of the second coming. If you want to call me Jesus in some kind of form. Who my Father says I am. He said, what do you want? Well, I don't want them. I don't like them. No problem. Merry Christmas. I am tired. I am tired of people lying to me. I'm tired of people telling me they're my friends and that they got my back and that they're looking out for me and that they can call on me and pull on my energy and my coattails to get somewhere that they don't deserve to go. My assessment of this world right now is nobody is fit. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's true. I said nobody in this world is fit. But there are people who have already transitioned who aren't fit. They just, still have a little ways to go. There are certain people in this world who still are good and are fit, and they also have a little ways to go. As long as they never get caught up in this bullshit that you call yourself teaching. If they don't get caught up in the teachings of certain ministers. I mean, because this Buyadich or whatever his name is, He said if it had been a pill, he would have took it. Yeah, I know what he said. Because, I mean, I looked at the interview. I felt the same way. I would say, take this off of me. If there was a way to cut it out, I would have cut it out. But then I realized, I said, God don't make mistakes. And you don't make gay people by just, screwing them in prison. Gay people just exist. And then you take advantage of them. Because you see them as not necessarily men or women. You see them as less than. It's a target practice for you. You do that in all manner of cultures. Whereas some, at one point in time, might have revered them. In the American tribes, they called them, favorite brides or whatever, because the thing is, they were strong as men, but at the same time, they didn't have to worry about babies. And they held down the fort. I forget it was a word they used for them. I studied all this shit in school. I can't remember all this shit. Look, you fucking go to school to look it up. You don't need me to teach you everything. But you have made it about you. Your knowledge, your knowing, your expertise. But at the same time, you don't know everything and you have absolutely no knowledge or expertise when you start equating it to the collective. Because everybody thinks something different and feels something different. And you talk about, I can't wait to talk to you. Because Lisa Beachy said this shit the other day. It wasn't the other day. It was like a couple of weeks ago. She was sitting in the car. I told you, second in the car. She was cracking me up. She was talking about, she couldn't wait to talk to your guys at age and stuff. First off, they ain't gonna tell you anything other than what you are now predisposition to hear. And all you want to hear is certain things. So that means you can't learn anything else. See, one thing I did not do when I started working with my father was say, I'm going to show me the good. You tell me everything because I'm having a problem. Because none of this shit is making sense. Because you cannot have one apple pie and then sit there and say that you eat the whole thing. And you love and light workers, though y'all good for like putting up boundaries and I'm like, I don't want to talk about that. No, you don't. That's because that's you. Because as soon as you start talking about that shit, you're going to see yourself. And that is not what you trying to avoid that in the mirror at all costs. Louise taught you that shit. I didn't think much about her either. She was strange. I met her. She's strange. She lived a long life, but she was strange. Dwayne Dyer, met him. He's strange too. That man said, he said, I'm going to live like, what was it? There was somebody he wanted to emulate, some Buddhist man. And he said he was going to give all this shit up. And so for a year, he lived like him. Like, okay, so for 1 year, you're going to live like him. And then you're going to come back and step back into your lifetime. So that means you didn't give your shit up. Because you already knew you was going to come back into the life that you had. So you're a liar right there. So who you teaching? Motherfucker. And he was considered the grandfather of this New Age movement. He was a trip. I told you, I used to look at people. I would go to these hay house things and I would just look at the people. And I'm like, are they for real? Do they not see themselves? But see, I got a problem. I ain't got no problem. The only problem I had was the fact that I got pulled out of the life that I had, which was paying me well. I was doing everything I wanted to do, for the most part. There was a few things I wanted to do. I couldn't do it. But at the same time, I got stuck with learning shit that y'all don't even see. And then coming back to teach you about it, and then you don't even want to hear it, and being demonized again, because Christ was demonized in the days of old. And then you sit there talking about you so good, and then you being demonized. You talking about, I ain't supposed to be demonized because I'm a good person. No, you're not. Donald Trump's a good person in his eyes. Mike Pence is a good person in his eyes. Mrs. Gillibrand or whatever her name is, who just left as Homeland Security. She said she was a person. She was even not. Donald Trump's out there. How many times? He's funny because he said, I'm trained to swap. First off, he already knew that he could not fulfill that promise except to put people around him to fire. Because the people that are in Congress, he can't fire. And he knows it. He can campaign against them to not get them reelected. But that's all he can do. But to show you that he's doing something, he brings people in his inner circle that he will have a problem with and get rid of them later. Because that's just who he is. I told you, he plays a game. He's funny as hell if you watch the show. And then I have to keep listening to this shit. And y'all keep cracking jokes about it. Why is it even a joke? It's a joke because it's a joke on America. Not just to America, but to the world. Because this is the greatest nation of this land, of this world, and everybody and their mama trying to come up here. I mean, he fired Homeland Security because he said the migrants are coming through because of you. And then they put some story out there. I don't know if that shit was true or not. They talked about that there was a leak saying that he tried to close down certain sections of the border, and the administration pushed it. His certain members of his administration pushed back against him. Was that her? I don't know. I think it's fine. Because one thing you can't do is really close down that border. And I don't give a fuck how many people you put on TV who call themselves doing border patrol. So they're talking about, oh yeah, they come across the border all the time. I don't mean shit. That's your job. If you see them coming across, then you just need to stop them. You don't need to be on the TV telling me that you see them coming or have watched them come across, but you to do your job to stop them from getting there. And that you need more money. Snake. I told you, y'all play too many games, especially when it comes down to where the dollars go. And you say, let's just give money to the Mexicans or to these other countries and tell them, keep the people there. You know, they're trying to get out of your country. We'll pay you to keep them there. But that just stop the abuse. You just give them money. I mean, you might as well say you done gave them off to, you know, in some form of, what do you call it? What do you call that shit? You know, when they keep the kids in there, and I mean, it's like foster kids. That's what they are. They're foster kids. They become foster kids. They your problem. But you know, you can abuse them however you want, but here's some money for it. That's what you just did. And then you're going to sit there and tell me I'm stupid. But you're going to tell me your tax dollars at work are now beneficial, as you say you're going to also stop the drug trade. And the thing is, the drugs are still coming across the border. And the only reason why the drugs are still coming across the border is because you are all drug addicts. Getting high on something. You keep telling me about your problems with opioid addiction and all this kind of shit, and you need another fix. And my brother was a straight up drug addict. I mean, he showed me his shelf. He had a medicine shelf that wasn't even a medicine shelf. I mean, it was ridiculous how many drugs he had up there. Because that motherfucker just wanted to get high. I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I have not given up yet is this, but I gave up a lot of other shit. All it took was a prayer. I ain't gonna do no 12-step program. And the thing is, God called me out on this too. It was funny, because I used to take this shit, because I would buy the bigger bottles and pour it into the smaller bottles. He said, do you think you drink glass? And I was like, oh, you know you did not just beat me. He said, oh, I see everything. I said, then I need to stop drinking. He said, no, that's not the problem. I said, but I'll cause damage to my... He said, you can't cause damage to anything I've created in your body. He ran tests on you all the time. You always get physical. They said, wasn't nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong with you till you say something wrong with you. And then if you don't like it, then, you know, tell me. Take it off. And I was like, well, why am I drinking? He said, you drink it right now because I have brought through so much energy through you that it has been tripping you out and you don't know what to do with it. And you're mad. So you're trying to numb the pain. But the thing is, it's really, I mean, it's just a temporary effect. You don't like smoking dope. You don't smoke cigarettes. You don't do any of that shit. You see weed joints all across the place. You say, I ain't trying to get high. The one thing is, it's your thoughts. You don't like that shit. People say liquor does the same thing. No. It doesn't affect you the same way dope does. I can tell you that. Weed is like a hallucinogenic. Liquor, I don't know, it just makes you start talking shit. My brother talked shit. He told me, he said, you full of shit. My oldest brother. He said, when I knew what he would, he was not going to do shit for me. And he killed his son. And he was poised to kill me. I said, you full of shit. I said, where'd that come from? We're sitting there having a drink. Nigga just started talking. That's how he was. This is in their feelings. It just came out. So what? What do I look like? And see, the sad thing about it, this was really sad about it. I said, Lisa Nunley said Mother Costin's homecoming is going to be held in Pittsburgh on April 16th. I can't even go back there for that. First off, I don't like anybody in that town. I shouldn't say I don't like anybody. There's people out there that I do like. They know who they are. They're on my friends page. I don't have a problem with that. But the thing is, I'm not going to go up to that church and look at those people again and tell them, oh, so good to see you. Fuck you. And I'm not going to bring all that hellishness to her homecoming. I have already mourned, and I'm still mourning for Mother Costa, but what she needs is to be sent out with dignity and grace. And what she don't need is a whole lot of hell of a lot. And I already know certain members of my family are going to try and show up there, talk about their representative. And Lisa will be gracious and she'll sit there and thank you for coming. That's all they're going to do. But the thing is, do they even remember her? Did they even try to extend a relationship with her after she left? Because when she told me she was leaving Pittsburgh, because she said, because Lisa was off to school, and she had lost, Mr. Costin, and she said, baby, my time up here. It's just up. And I'm going to sell this house, and I'm going. I said, where you going? And she said, I think I'm going to Texas. That hurt my heart because, Mother Costin, you don't just give her the title of mother without her being like a mother to you. She didn't call me her boy for nothing. And she showed me nothing but love the whole time I was growing up. That's why, Lisa Nunley is like, she really is my little sis, because the thing is, I'm older than her. She's wise. And she had, I had a good mama, don't get me wrong. I'm not comparing mamas, but I'm saying, she got a good mama. Oh God, I'm gonna lose it again. See, you're talking about love. Love transitions. And it does not dissipate just because somebody has to move away. And if you can't maintain the channel of communication that you wish, they still hold you near and dear in their heart. And that's what Mother Costin always did. She taught me that. Well, she was one of the many teachers, but she was one of them. And she was a very gifted teacher. And I was looking at some of the pictures that little sis had online for her. And I said she always had that smile. She was always stylish. She always had a hat on. And she always knew how to wear it. And she just, beautiful soul. That's why I know I am not worried about her. And she came through here just briefly, because her funeral was not up yet. And she got, she won't go around and look at you people. I mean, seriously. That's why, the people who pass over, they spend time around us. They try and comfort us and say don't grieve and all that kind of stuff, but then at the same time, they also want to see out there who out there is a straight up lunatic. And some of you are really cray. You talk about the dead don't tell no tales. Oh, they tell all kind of tales because they see all kind of shit. Because they ain't got to worry about you seeing that they're there. Well, sis ain't got nothing to worry about. Her and her family, no, she took care of them. Seriously, or they took care of her. And she loves her family. She really does. She ain't worried about it. She ain't worried about it. And even the fact that she had went in a home, she didn't care about that. Because she said it's hard work. And y'all tried to, demonize little sis for that. You can't do that. Because the thing is, you need caregivers. My mom needs 24-hour care. I tried to tell my brother. My brother told me, he said, oh no, it's going to be so and so and so. He left her in that room that couldn't feed herself, much less bathe herself. She couldn't do anything. Then he decided, okay, well, I cleared it with my wife, and we're going to bring her to this house. And every time I went over there, it was a performance. Whether they realized I saw it or not, it was a fucking performance piece. See how well we taking care of her? Oh, I got you your ice cream, because they knew I would get ice cream. They got that bargain basement shit. I got my mom Baskin Robbins or whatever I could get that I knew was quality. So who you trying to impress with all the money you claim you got, and you know damn well you getting her checks. And if it's her checks are for her, then that means you feed her the finest. You don't feed her some bargain basement shit. That's why I know my brother is full of shit. But he tried to tell me that shit. Oh, we got your ice cream. Oh, you tried to do that shit for me? You wanted to impress me? And then who did you pay? All those monies that was in those bank accounts that she had, that you had access over. They did not come over in that living trust like it was supposed to. Was it Sylvia? Was it Carla? Was it Ome? Was it you? Tell me who the fuck you gave money to, brother. I ain't stupid. You are. I told you it's gonna cost you. 'Cause you owe me. And you had a son that you actually sacrificed. You do realize that there's stories in the Bible about, people who have kids when they were longing for them for a long time. And then when they finally got that one, they sacrificed them. Or they were willing to. But then they, God said, stay their hand. But there are other people out there, they sacrifice their kids all the time. It's in life. That's how we live. That's what we see all the time. So what the fuck you gonna tell me that I don't know when you call me Hollywood? Hollywood is a producer. Hollywood sees a lot of shit. Hollywood understands the story. Where the fuck are you at, brother? I told you, y'all don't want to mess with me. Don't act like you don't know what part you've played in my life, and at the same time think that you're my friend. When you did everything that bastardized and demonized and called me nigger and outside of my name and everything else, as you unfriended me because you thought that was the best way to go. I'm going to tell you something. The best way to go is to go along like you're doing and see where you get, because not all roads to lead to the same place. And since you didn't know who I was, it don't really matter, does it? Because you still call yourself following Jesus. Well, see, the devil has a Jesus too. Called the Antichrist. And you've been following him a long time. You don't need me to explain that to you, do you? You know you're stupid. The motherfucker just has not come back in the flesh. because he exists in spirit, yours. When he finally gets here, for you to recognize him, then that's when you're going to know him. And then you sit there and say, oh, that's the Antichrist. So for you, Jacqueline Wilson Slaughter, and for you, Linda Sue Johnson, you do realize that Dorothy got caught up in a mentality of some man who took her off and had her drink the Kool-Aid, and she died. And that was your sister. And did you basically give grief about that? Because I was down here in LA going to school, and when my mother told me they finally had gotten her body back and stuff, and I said, do I need to come home for the funeral and stuff, because I'll take the time? She said, no, you stay there in school. It's okay, it's going to be enough of us here to hold the family up. But where were you at when my mother passed? You weren't there holding her up, but you talked shit about me, saying that when my ass came back to Pittsburgh, Brian Hazel, much less Uncle Elmer, oh, you couldn't return the favor. And Linda Sue, all you wanted was a damn picture of people in the casket. You are a straight up lunatic. I told you. When my mom used to talk about, well, she's a beautiful woman. Actually, she ain't that cute. She got a lot of kids, but she ain't that cute. And the way Jackie talked about you, oh, but the thing is, you don't believe that shit, because you don't have to. Because Jackie gonna sit there and say, I didn't say that. Of course she did. She talked about David, she talked about everybody. Y'all talk about each other. It's family. Family talks about each other. And at the same time, I didn't say that. But I told you, y'all stupid. The thing is, I remember what I remember. What I witnessed and more. Just like Carolyn. My father didn't talk to her. My earthly father. He did not talk to her. That bitch put the tail on the donkey later on talking about, oh yeah, we was close. No, you weren't. And then talking about, me and mom was close. No, you weren't. Mama talked about her. Talking about I got the wrong baby. He must have gave me the wrong baby from the hospital. That's what she said about Carolyn. Carolyn was stupid. Carolyn was all about the money. And at the same time, got mad because with Big Mama's affair, she was still over. And she didn't get any money. There was no money to get. I didn't get any of that money. A lot of money was stolen. The care worker. I didn't care. I thought shit was funny. I heard stories about she went down to the bank yelling at the people that woman took that money out of their account. She said she's a co-signer. What are you talking about? She had no charges to bring against that woman unless she wanted to bring it against the county, because that was not really one of her responsibilities or duties. Did she do that? I don't know what she did. I doubt she did that much, because that's too much work. So what she did, when Mama got sick, she brought her ass back. Up to like 4 years. We abandoned for 4 years. Brought her ass back and set her ass on the couch. She didn't care that Leonard turned all that shit off. And it got in my face one day talking about, yeah, you helping him. What the fuck are you talking about? You told him, I told him a lot of shit. So what are you talking about? You helping him and stuff and blah, 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 blah. I said, girl, I'm living in the same house as you, behind my brother. With no heat, no electricity, and no running water. You know how stupid you sound? You know how lunatical you sound? Lunatical. Because it's kind of funny. And then she said, I can write a story too. Because I have dreams. Because you've been practicing that psychic shit. I said, I've only witnessed what God has showed me. She said, well, he sends me dreams too. Did he send you a dream to fill up that refrigerator so that I didn't have to come home and then be proven wrong? When I said my sister didn't do that, that the food that my mother Oh, I'm gonna say this shit. This shit's coming out. That the food that my sister was feeding my mama was not fit to eat. And she told me that mama didn't have an appetite. But every time I came home, and I would go straight to that grocery store and I would get fresh fruits and vegetables and foods for her and her favorite desserts and stuff, and I would stock that shit up. And she would ask me if I needed money, and I said, Mama, you've been taking care of me my whole life. It's my turn to take care of you. And I said, Mama, you hungry? No, baby, I ain't hungry. And I would hear her mama in my ear. Baby, go in the kitchen, start cooking. And I would start slicing like onions and all that kind of stuff. You know, the stuff that's fragrant. And when you start sauteing that shit, it starts smelling good. And I would peep in the living room and my mom would be like, what you doing in the kitchen? And I said, Mama Sugar, I don't really know how to fix this dish. She said, baby, look at that cabinet. See that? Put a pinch of that in there and a pinch of this. Which is what I did. And that shit, I was like, is this right? Yeah, you got it right. See, that's how your connection to spirit is supposed to work. From the ancestors, when you take care of those you love. And then I said, okay. And everything would get ready, and then I would sit there and I would fix a plate. It'd be a big ass plate. And my mama never really ate much when I was a kid because she was trying to take care of her 5 kids. And she was trying to stretch the dollar. And I go to sit at the table, the dining table across from her, and she like, I said, Mama, you ready to eat now? Oh, I think I can eat something now. Told you. You have to understand. My mama didn't want to impose on anybody. That's just who she was. That was the life force of her being. But I said, okay, well, you can take this plate here, and I'll just go fix me another. And I put the plate down there. I said, what you want to drink? You want water? You want juice? What you want? And sometimes she would say for juice, and sometimes she would say she want the water. It's whatever she wanted. Whatever you want, that's what you get. And I would give it to her. And by the time I get through fixing another plate for me, and she sit there, and she done clean that plate. I said, hey, you done clean that plate. Do you want some more? Are you ready for dessert? Oh, I actually could use a little bit more. I said, but don't forget this dessert. No problem. I fixed her a second helping. Didn't give her as much as I gave in the first plate. But she would eat. And then she was ready for dessert. And I'd give her dessert. And she was happy. And I'll clean the kitchen up. And that's what my sister was so full of lies. My brother was so full of lies. All of them was so full of lies. They all lied about what they did for her. I told Carla about the fact that my mother liked a cake, and she would not make that cake for my mama. And she gonna sit there and do a cheerful eulogy at the church talking about, I combed her hair. I said, bitch, I heard this before. You did that with Big Mama. So you say. I don't believe that either. You are a queen of lies. You lied all the time. Talking about you a better person. You're a better person. You use whatever you can get. Where we at now? I'm telling you, I'm still reading my book of life. I'm talking about my family. It's my family, it's yours. Because, like I told you, my cousin, she went straight up crazy talking about, because the thing is, she trying to vindicate herself. Because the thing is, she did the same thing in her family. Behind some money. Boy, she was crazy. Both of them were. Because I guess she finally eventually gave Winston some money. I don't know. I don't care. Because it's not my money. It was theirs. Everybody got a story. But not everybody wants it told. They want to be painted in the best of lights. Now, aren't you just that bold? Talking all your shit about what you see in another, lest you look in the mirror and see you came from another mother. Not meaning that the one that you both came from was one and the same, but that you didn't claim the name the same. You decided that you saw the salt of the earth to now be a problem for you on this earth. So now, why is it your parents' fault for what you have become? That's you. All of you. In truth and in daring. But you can't even admit to that. So how much are you caring? Is that why you give to social causes that basically you say you now identify with because you went through some shit? Oh, how sweet and how kind. But yet you still don't get it. You have not actually walked in their moccasins, so to speak, their sandals or their shoes. You have not actually occupied everybody you still abuse. You talk that much shit and then you want somebody to pray for you? No. My prayers they're precious to me. And at the same time, they will fall on deaf ears if I ask for the wrong thing. I already know that. Because I usually ask, I say, can I ask for this? And he'll say no, because I ain't giving it yet. That's the power of the connection in which I've inherited. So where are you at? And where does your power come from? And why is it still predicated on Jesus? And I really want you to really think about that. Your protection and your power, you still predicate on Jesus. And if, by any kind of no chance of Jesus, and I have cut you off, and I ain't listening to you because you done told me where the hell to go. You gonna learn real quick that your shit now blows. You really are just praying to the ethers, and somebody else is getting that message. But it ain't me, and I ain't delivering it. And at the same time, I'm not even asking for you. Because even though I see certain posts, I don't pray for everybody. I pray for certain people. I just don't tell you who I'm praying for. I have to like you. I have to see you. And when you call yourself saying, well, I don't want you to see, okay. So like I told Stacey Parker, no problem. I said, and she told me why she hid her grandbaby from me. She said she felt threatened. That's not a problem. But don't you come to me talking about your grandbaby later in life. Talking about, can you help her? No, because I didn't know she had a problem. I might have could have interceded that shit. I might have could have asked that it didn't happen. But I ain't doing it now. Because now, you using me as a weapon. A weapon, what? For your victory? Against a certain truth that you already told? That you were never my friend? And now, you have to go with it all. You who know the psychics, you who know the witches well, go to them and see how much of a spell they can cast. Because I told you, my brother already got mad at me once because he said that baby wasn't going to die. No, I told him the disease that baby was suffering from, that baby was not going to die from, which it didn't. It died later from another disease. See, that's a caveat the spirit can use. They don't care about you to get what they need, to teach you a lesson. You fucking Judas' pieces of shit who were Jews. Enjoy yourself. Have a nice day. Good day, mate.